and just run through a song, do much of it. Cool. Hello in the booth. If you're ready to dial things in, we're ready to go ahead and play a song and sound check.
Sounds good. Anytime you're ready.
Cool. Let's listen. time to set up, so we did.
Yes, of course.
We're the band for tonight. We just sound checked and we're good to go.
Excellent. It's going to be a different kind of a gig tonight. I think you'll find it interesting.
Okay.
All of you. You know, there's a reason your band is here. I've heard you perform before. It was a long time ago you were a soldier then.
Well, how about that? Sure is a small world.
The song you just played was the first time I've heard the whole band. I like it.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So, before you were touring with the guitar and cowboy boots, you were touring with the rifle and combat boots, right?
Yes, sir. I was a soldier. I deployed a couple of times.
And you've written songs about it, about the people, the events, the places.
Yeah, I've written a lot of songs. Some of them were inspired by my time overseas. One thing about being a soldier, it gives a songwriter a lot to write about.
Indeed. Your songs are as much a part of our drama tonight as our drama is a part of your songs.
Cool.
I told you this was going to be interesting.
Okay.
So tell me, how does a guitar player find a guitar when deployed overseas?
A guitar player will always find a way.
Okay, here we go. In 2006, there were over 127,000 American troops in Iraq. There were fathers, sons, mothers, daughters, neighbors and co-workers, friends of friends. They were from that house in the neighborhood with a little blue star flag flying in the window. We've all seen those. In 2006, Baghdad was a big war-torn city with high-rise buildings, shops and stores, schools and museums, and neighborhoods full of people. Around 5 million people lived there. That's about 1 million more than live in the city of Los Angeles. The streets are a chaotic tangle of cars and traffic and pedestrians with no working traffic lights. About half the city bridges are damaged or missing. Armed checkpoints are everywhere. There's no electricity, well, except for the government and the military, and the privileged few who have their own generators and fuel. Water is foul and tainted. There are no city services, so mountains of trash and rubble are piled up anywhere a bulldozer can push it. Every day, an IED, that's an acronym for improvised explosive device or a homemade bomb, explodes somewhere in the city, creating havoc, killing people. You can set your watch by it. Our story takes place in Forward Operating Base Condor 3. It's a small rectangle occupying 5 square city blocks, sealed in with 15-foot-high concrete walls and HESCO barriers. Guard towers sit high on the corners, overwatching everything outside the walls. An enemy mortar round will impact the compound every now and then. Sometimes it misses everything. Sometimes it doesn't. These 3 men are U.S. Army soldiers from the 3rd Platoon. 3 friends who experienced the war together. Their unit has been here about 6 months. They patrol in Humvee gun trucks and on foot when the fighting moves indoors. It's all in the city for them. Urban warfare is a 9-to-5 job. They are Sergeant First Class Jack Duncan, a full-time soldier and a part-time guitar player. Back in the world, Jack played and sang in local pubs and saloons when he wasn't working. Here he's a platoon sergeant 24/7, the ranking non-commissioned officer in a 48-man platoon. Jack has been strumming a guitar since he was a kid, so giving guitar lessons became a natural part of his deployment routine. That's Staff Sergeant Roberto Flores. His friends call him Bobby. He's been Jack's buddy since airborne school back in the day. Bobby is a family man and has a couple of years of college. Originally from San Diego, he leads a 15-man squad in the platoon. Staff Sergeant Antonio Frazier is also a squad leader. His father was a soldier, so he grew up with the military in his life. He enlisted right out of high school and never considered doing anything else. We're in Sergeant Duncan's quarters, which also serves as the platoon command post and his guitar classroom. It's a hot summer night in Baghdad.
Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. There's a little pause between the ups. Yeah, up, down, down. You got it. That's it.
Ooh, it's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Sure, my fingers hurt this much.
There, get used to it. Just keep your strum up.
Alright.
Down, down, up. Thank you. Up, down. Oh, man, that.
Does this happen very often?
No, man, never.
It happens all the time. I don't think there's a better way to do what you're doing right there.
Ah!
Damn it.
Okay, where were we?
We're going to do those chord changes. You remember that G, that D, that E minor, and that C? I know you know that G. We were just playing it. D, E minor, and the C.
Okay.
All right, we're going to play with it a little bit, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. got it, Sergeant Frazier. Stick. Come on. Down, down, up, down. Yeah. Let me see that seat. Let me see that seat. Give me 2 more to go. Bobby, you do it good? Yeah. You got it. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Come on, Sergeant Frazier. Let me see it. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all right. Well, hey, let's call for tonight. I don't want to start anything new until the rest of the guys get here.
That makes sense. Hey, are you gonna play in the talent show tomorrow night? They're having it in the maintenance building around 1900, I think.
Yeah, I saw the flyer in the defect. If we're not still out on mission tomorrow, I might.
Oh, cool. Can I take this with me?
Yeah, play as much as you can. But hey, get some sleep. Early mission briefing in the morning. We're on the move at sunrise.
Hey, roger that, Sergeant. Good night.
Night, Sergeant Frazier.
Good night, Frazier. Hey, this is number 3 for you, right? Afghan, Iraq,
Yeah, that's right. 3 deployments in 4 years.
When we go home this time, are you gonna stay a while? Or are you gonna wash your clothes and get back on the deployment loop again?
You know, I hadn't thought about it too much. Right now, I just want to make it through this one day at a time.
I get what you mean.
I know Lisa wants me to stay home for a little while after this one, so I might.
She's still waiting around for you?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Damn, Jack. How long have you two been dating or whatever that is?
Almost 5 years, I guess.
5 years?
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep a relationship like that going for 5 years?
You know, I don't know. But I must be doing something right. Last time I was home, all she wanted to talk about was our future together.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You really thinking about getting married and giving up this luxurious Playboy lifestyle?
I don't know, man. Might be time. Wear a suit, drive a minivan, race some little baby paratroopers.
You're tripping.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
Well, come on. Here's the suits and minivans.
Okay. You drive a minivan, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You do.
Ooh, check this out.
You go.
It's this ECA chord thing I've been practicing a little on my own. It's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
Jack, what do you think it is about going home?
What do you mean?
I got leave coming up. I don't think I want to go.
Why not?
It's like, I think about home all the time. I miss my wife, my baby girl, my family. And we're gone for months, years. I know I'm missing a lot. The last time I was home, all I could think about was coming back. Being here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You know, 2 years ago when I was with Bravo Company in Mosul, I went home on normal leave after 7 months in. And Cooper's truck hit that IED and he died and Tucker lost his leg. I was home on vacation. That was my platoon, man. Coming back here. Coming back from leave and back to running missions after that happened. That was rough. I can tell you.
Yeah, I bet. But, you know none of that was up to you, Bobby. I mean, didn't matter where you were, what you were doing, that IED didn't care. Cooper's truck was in the wrong place at the wrong time, zig when it should have zagged, and that's just the way things happen over here.
Yeah, I know it could have been anybody, but I'll always feel like I should have been there.
Yeah, you probably will. I mean, you gotta stop beating yourself up. We do what we can, but it's a war. We all share the risk that people are gonna get hurt. And you have squad soldiers right here, right now, who are alive and well because you're their squad leader. So, you do what you think you need to do, but what's gonna happen here is gonna happen here whether you go home and leave or not.
Thanks, Sergeant. To Cooper.
Tucker.
Good night, Jack.
Good night, Bobby. Get some sleep. Tomorrow's a new day.
chord progression right there.
You do?
Yeah,
My buddy just showed it to me tonight.
so he did.
I think they sound nice, the chords, the way they flow, that A, that E, that C, that little strum.
Yeah.
You know? I was just thinking about what I could write with them.
Were you really?
You say you know these chords, you heard it before?
I sure have.
Where you know them from?
As crazy as it might sound, I wrote a song with exactly that same chord progression.
Really?
Really.
Really?
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right. That was the Guardian. The Guardian guy. Check this out. Give me a purpose, give me trouble. I can take care of myself. Give me a quarter in the rubble. Save your love and save yourself. When the
guitar player will always find a guitar. So tell me, how did you get all those guitars into a war zone?
Well, in an exchange of letters with my brother, he asked what I missed the most, and I told him that other than family and friends, I missed playing my guitar. So about 2 weeks later, a big box came in the mail from my brother, and inside was an acoustic guitar. That was great. Played it all the time. We used to pass it around among a little guitar circle, like a hookah pipe. One guy played one song, pass it on to the next guy. I told him how popular it was, and 2 weeks later, 6 more acoustic guitars arrived.
Guitars and more guitars.
Oh, yeah, we played the varnish off the volume too. It was great. Yeah, as far as I know, they're still over there in some guitar players' hands, I hope.
How many songs did you write with those guitars?
Quite a few.
Well, before we start the next scene, would you play one of those songs?
Sure. Do that right now. There's a guitar. This is a song that was inspired by the day our unit left home station to head overseas. It's called Never Say Goodbye. I told you that I'd see you tomorrow. The goodnight kiss was over way too soon. Sunrise came and sunset quickly followed. I waited there as long as I could. I got on the bus, had to go. The time had come and I couldn't wait. I never said goodbye. 150 soldiers in the window, waving as the buses pull away. Think I know why I couldn't see you. Think I know why you stayed away from the desert far away. Oh, I miss you in another time and place. You're on my mind, but I never said goodbye. I never said goodbye. Had my share of bombs and angry bullets. I've seen the evil things that men can do. I've been given smiles and tearful words of thank you from the humble, frightened people passing through. And each day I find myself in the Badlands. I know that anyone could be my last, and I never said goodbye. I never said goodbye. No, I never said goodbye. Never said goodbye.
It's the next morning and we're still in Sergeant Duncan's quarters. Jack is asleep. Sunrise is an hour and a half away.
Sergeant Duncan!
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sergeant Duncan!
Yeah?
You said you needed to wake up at 0430. It's 0430.
Roger that, thanks.
Hey, Sergeant Duncan. Good morning.
Morning, Sergeant Frazier.
I figured you must be up.
Who sleeps around this place?
Well, certainly not the platoon, Sergeant. Hey, I was thinking, we were practicing with that folky strummy stuff last night, and that is all fine and good, but when can I pick out something to learn?
Like what?
Oh, I don't know, maybe some Prince, Purple Rain, bow now, bow
Purple Rain on the acoustic guitar. Maybe Tuesday. Let me think about that.
Hey, are you gonna have time to eat?
Oh yeah, I'll swing by the defect on the way down, grab a muffin and some coffee.
Well, I will see you down there. It's gonna be a hot one today. Word is we're gonna be up around Hyper Street again.
All right.
Well, I will see you in the motor pool.
I'll see you down.
Bow, now, now. Bow, now, now.
New email from Lisa.
The lieutenant says you're on my squad today. Do you want to command a truck, be a gunner, or drive?
You up front now for one?
Lead vehicle, roger that.
I'll take last vehicle then. Who's my crew?
That's Alpha 5. Dickerson driving, Brown is up on the gun. Hey, did you see that poster down at the DFAC with the talent show? That's tonight. Are you going to play something?
Well, I don't know. You don't think it's too casual, do you? I mean, platoon sergeant playing in a town show?
Nah, we're all human beings. I think the whole point of it is to just decompress and relax. Don't overthink it. It's a good thing.
All right. I'll tell you what. If I don't get blown up today and we're not still out on mission tonight, then I'll sign up and I'll play some. But you got to be there. You got to be my groupie, huh?
Awesome! Yeah, that's cool. I'll be there. Carpe diem.
Seize the day.
I'm heading down to supply to get some batteries. See you downstairs.
I'll see you there. Oh, me, come on. Deal with you later.
And off they went. They loaded up their Humvee gun trucks and rolled into the city of Baghdad. Intel reports had said that there were some bad guys among the Iraqi police smuggling guns and ammo to other bad guys out on the street. Today, each squad was to drop in on an Iraqi police station, inventory their weapons and ammunition, see if they could find the leak, and fix the problem. There's an old World War I adage that says, war is long periods of boredom, punctuated by moments of sheer terror. When the bullets are flying, a soldier can feel it physiologically. There's a rush of adrenaline in the muscles, increased heart rate, deep rapid breathing. The brain races to assess the situation, processing information. It's exciting, it's terrifying, it's everything in between. So tell me, how does the songwriter take those feelings, that kind of intensity, and put them into a song everyone can understand?
Well, a lot of the lyrics in my songs, even some of the songs themselves, are metaphors for other things. And you were just talking about the human response to combat, literally using medical charts about increased adrenaline and rapid breathing and heart rates. As a songwriter, I try to portray that human response as feelings and emotions using music with a story.
Indeed. Well, while we were out in Baghdad and we had this time, would you play one of the songs to portray that intensity?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do Thrill. Thrill, guys.
squads have been out since sunrise. The Iraqi police station's inspector turned out to be okay, so all 3 squads were making their way back to the city to Condor 3. They all reached Hyper Street at about the same time. Like any big city, the downtown streets were framed with high-rise buildings. Sergeant Flores heard gunfire as his squad rounded a corner from the north. He saw U.S. Special Forces and their Iraqi army troops taking machine gun fire from a ground floor. While radioing that in, his gun trucks began taking fire from several windows high on the top floor. Sergeant Frazier's gun trucks had just crossed the bridge from the Tigris River when they were shot at from a different direction across the street. And to the south of it all, drawn by the sound of their guns, an unidentified American striker platoon rolled into the mix. The bullets were flying everywhere. They had all arrived just in time for a gunfight. The shit had truly hit the fan. We rejoined our soldiers back at 5 Condor 3 after a busy day in Baghdad.
Squad leaders, my room, 15 minutes!
Squad leaders in CP 15!
Sergeant Hamilton, CP 15! Do I need a pen and paper?
You always need a pen and paper.
Of course. Oh, hey! I am dry.
Yeah, man. You alright?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine, Sergeant. My tail feathers got a little scorched though. Kind of like the sound of rounds bouncing off the side of my Humvee.
Come here. Yeah, man, living the dream.
Where did those strikers come from?
Just passing by, saw the firefight and jumped in.
Oh, and didn't have any comms?
Didn't have any communication with us at all.
Damn!
Well, I ran down there to see what's up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, man, come. Woo! Oh, right back before it got too crazy.
Hey, did you feel the ground getting torn up while you was out there running around?
Yeah, I was doing my best bobbing and weaving.
Everybody goes home.
Everybody goes home today.
Oh,
A lot of firepower on the streets today.
Yeah, there was. Hey, while we're waiting for the LT in Hamilton, how y'all doing?
I'm good. I need some glass replacing my truck though. The left side, front, and back got spider web. We got fired up making that turn from the bridge.
Same, small arms fire. Some beating marks in the paint, but nothing major.
Charlie 2 and Charlie 3, they're about the same as my truck. Charlie 3 came in on a flat tire. Perez and Phillips are changing the tire now.
What was that big sprint out there, Sergeant Duncan?
Hey, man, sometimes the situation dictates you gotta run like hell.
Hey, did you get any extra pay for that?
Nah, actually, I lost an MRE out of my cargo pocket.
Oh.
Hey, how do y'all see what happened on that rooftop coming back from the bridge?
Yes, Tompkins tore it up. They were raining heat down on 3rd Squad from the parapet up there when he swung the Madusa around.
All
right.
I got 4 bad guys up there, their heads popping up and down. When the 50 opened up, the parapet disintegrated. I didn't see anybody jump from down there, just crap flying everywhere. Then all the shooting stopped from over there.
You say his actions prevented friendly casualties on the battlefield?
Yes, Sergeant, I believe so.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, you want to put Tompkins up for a medal, you write it up. I'll turn it in.
Roger that.
Is this his first time taking out a live target?
Yes, Sergeant, I believe so.
How's it doing?
Soon all right. Excited. A lot of chatter on the headset.
All right, well, you tell him to come see me after late chat tonight, okay?
Roger that.
All right, well, switching gears here. The LT's been telling people that you are going to be in the talent show tonight.
Yeah, if we get through all this in time, I'm going to run down there.
What song are you going to play?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, while we're on it, Johnson T wanted to know if there was room in your guitar class for later.
Yeah, just bring by on Tuesday.
Roger that.
Hey, doesn't Johnson T already play something? Like a piano or something?
He sings. He sang the national anthem in the big banquet last year.
Oh, so he did. I remember that. They opened the bars 2 hours before dinner. I'm surprised I remember anything about that night.
He was right there, standing between the general and the stars and stripes and the army flag, and he sang his heart out. Sounded like Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton? He ain't sound anything like Michael Bolton. Do you even know who Michael Bolton is?
Yeah, I know who Michael Bolton is. When a man loves a woman.
No, man. That is Percy Sledge. When a man loves a woman.
No. When a man loves a woman. All right, now I don't know. Who sang that?
Michael Bolton and Percy Sledge both recorded When a Man Loves a Woman.
Told you.
No, I told you. I said he didn't sound like Michael
However, I
Bolton.
was also at the big banquet last year, and all those specialists Johnson T does sing like a Broadway star. He doesn't sound anything like Michael Bolton or Percy Sledge. When a man
loves a woman.
Morning hours are hollow, chilly
rocket load on cold black killing steel. The chaplain leads us all in another prayer, like every day before we go out there. The warmth in my heart is not the same. Cold water flows in my veins. Engines rev as we roll through the wire. Gun trucks racing through hell's angry fire. Fight our way back to the world. Day to day, back to the world. We left behind our homes and family, travel far away to meet the enemy. Warriors and brothers, and that's how we'll stay. We take care of each other out here in harm's way. Fight stops over here, there is no time. There is no front, no rear, there are no battle lines. Together as a team is how we'll go. Back to the people that we love and the home we know. To fight our way back to the world. Day to day, back to the world. Won't say this will all just be a memory. A mission at a time, and soon we'll all be back to the world. Back to the world. Back to the world.
The talent show. We're in the maintenance building. There are tool chests. A stack of truck tires and work tables are pushed to the side to make a backdrop. The stage is bare. There's no mic or microphone stand. A hand-painted banner hanging in the back reads Fob Condor 3 Talent Show Tonight. When you look back on a last century of soldiers and war, between the horror and the heroics, the hardships and the homecoming, you find entertainment. If you want to boost a soldier's morale, if you want to give them a break from the relentless danger that surrounds them every day, give them something to clap at, a joke to laugh at, a song to sing with. The mental hygiene of entertainment softens the mental anguish of life at war. During World War II, Bob Hope traveled overseas with his parade of movie stars and baseball players to entertain the troops. In the Korean War, it was Jack Benny, Debbie Reynolds, and still more Bob Hope. In Vietnam, it was John Wayne, Sammy Davis Jr., Playboy Bunnies, and, yes, more Bob Hope. With the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, the tradition continued with Robin Williams and Willie Nelson and other entertainers making the trip to lighten the mood. But not all the camps were on the tour route, so many of them would come up with their own camp variety shows. A few soldiers would sing their favorite karaoke songs. A funny guy might tell jokes for 10 minutes. A poet might recite something profound. A rapper might spit a few bars. And every now and then, a guitar player in dirty fatigues would show up and play a song. So tell me, did you see any stars touring through when you were over there?
No, I didn't personally, but I had friends that saw some pretty good shows.
What about the camp shows, the small organic ones? Did you see any of those, play in any of those?
Yeah, I played in a few of those, yeah.
Any of them stand out above the others?
Yeah, I guess the time I played at the embassy was probably the most unique for me.
How did you get to the embassy?
I was given a pass, a one-night R&R to the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, in the Green Zone.
What was that like?
Well, before the war, the embassy campus had been a big palace on the banks of the Tigris River, with palm trees, a big swimming pool. It was a big, opulent place. In the middle of the grounds, they cleared out a little stage area and put a little PA. There was a touring artist coming through, some celebrity, I don't remember who, and they were expecting him to stop and perform that night. So they had picnic tables and folding chairs, all filled with people. Tiki lights were strung up. It really looked like a resort.
I can see it like a memory. So who were the people at the tables and in the folding chairs?
Embassy staff, soldiers, civilian contractors. There were a lot of wounded guys wearing hospital clothes and pushing IVs around with them. everybody was wanting to hear live music, and the touring artist didn't show for whatever reason, so everybody was just sitting around.
So what happened?
Well, right in the middle of the stage, in front of the stage, there was a guy in a wheelchair sitting there, and his arms were in hard cast. So he's like a statue sitting there. And right across his lap, there was a guitar. I don't know why he had the guitar, but I could see he wasn't gonna play it. So I borrowed it. I went up on stage, we turned on the PA, and played songs for about an hour. Everybody had a great time, and it was probably the best R&R I ever had.
Well, all that was going on the other side of the green zone concrete walls. The war never stopped.
No, we were surrounded by it on all sides. The green zone's like a big fortified neighborhood, just right in the middle of everything.
What did you play?
The songs?
Yes,
I played a mix of cover songs and some of my own.
indeed. Any advice for Sergeant Duncan for the talent show?
Yeah, don't be late.
The talent show on Fob Condor 3 had been going on for over an hour. Tonight featured a whole roster of karaoke singers and one fellow who did card tricks and made a glass of water disappear. Sergeant Duncan had not yet arrived. He was still debriefing from the day's actions in the city. The talent show was nearing an end. Only one performer remained, a local national, an Iraqi gentleman who worked on the bass. He brought with him a traditional hand drum called a darbuka. Everyone sat in quiet amazement as the local man began to play. Okay, our final performer for tonight is Sergeant First Class Jack Duncan. He's one of the infantry guys with the guns over in the big building. Sergeant Duncan is going to play an original song on his guitar, so without further ado, let's give it up for Sergeant Duncan!
Hi. Like you said, I'm Jack Duncan. So I'm gonna write I'm gonna play a song that I wrote recently, and I wrote this song based on my time in Al-Anbar province on my last deployment over there, and any of you been out that way, you know how crazy it can get. And I wrote this song on an acoustic guitar. While I'm playing it, I'd like you to imagine there's a whole band here. There's a drummer with a drum kit, and there's a lead guitar player, and a bass player, and there's a singer with a microphone.
Yeah!
Yeah. And I'd like you to imagine that you're in a safe music hall with comfortable seats and air conditioning.
Yeah! Oh, woo! Woo!
Fires and taking super gear. I'm on your trail.
thank you to all our performers. We'll try to do this again in a few weeks.
Sergeant! That was awesome!
Very cool, Jack. Hey, man. See you making a living out of this one day.
Hey man, you never know.
Well, when you make it big, I'll drive the tour bus and I'll do the background checks on all the groupies.
Hey, if I ever need a tour bus, I promise you, you're my guy.
I saw the captain sitting up in the back.
You look happy?
Does he ever?
Yeah. Well, that's it, gentlemen. I did it. Thank you for coming. Now let's get out of here. We're on mission tomorrow morning.
Ooh, we still have time to make late chow.
Let's do that.
You know what? Y'all go ahead. I'll see you back in the platoon area.
Hey, you alright? It's been a hell of a day.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Sounded real good, Jack.
Thank you.
It's been 6 months since the talent show. Today is the last day on the run for the soldiers of the 3rd Platoon. Their mission has been handed over to the next unit. The big shipping containers are packed. The smaller gear is being packed right now. After 344 days, these soldiers have run their last combat patrol from Cloud Condor 3.
This the last of it?
From up here, yeah, except for Sergeant Duncan's things, and he'll get to that.
You know, the brigade headquarters put out the word. They're looking for NCOs to extend. Stay another 3 months, maybe more.
Yeah, I saw that. Maybe 6 months ago I would have done it, but I'm going home. You're not thinking about extending, are you?
Yeah, but just thinking about it.
Man, why? We're going home. Time is served. They're fueling our planes right now.
Yeah, I know. And then we go back to PT every morning. And then a trip to the rifle range once every quarter, and the never-ending cycle of equipment maintenance. I'll be bored in a week.
You've got to be alive to be bored. Boredom is a privilege. You need to come home now.
Yeah, but 3 more months of combat
It's
pay.
not a heck of a lot more than 3 more months of non-combat pay. That's a weak argument. I don't know what the voices in your head are telling you, Sergeant Frazier, but that one, the one that's telling you not to go home, you need to at ease that one.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Come on, help me move some of these downstairs.
Sounds good.
You down to this stuff already?
Roger that.
Man, you guys really are in a hurry to get out of here, huh?
Man, my mind has been out of here since I turned my Humvee key over to the incoming squad leader. Just waiting for the rest of me to follow.
Roger that. Well, I'm going to do one last email check and then I'll be down there. We'll do a walkthrough in 15 minutes.
And then we'll get on the trucks and wait around for 3 hours before we even go to the airfield.
Don't you know it?
I'll send Enrique up for the rest. See you downstairs.
Roger that. New email from Lisa. Dear Jack, I know you'll be coming home soon, so I want to tell you before you get here not to contact me when you get home. You and I have not shared a whole month together in far too long, and I need more than that. I didn't want to say anything before because I didn't want to worry you, but it would be wrong not to tell you now that I met someone else last 4th of July. We've been seeing each other since. There's no way. There's no easy way to say this, but you are not a part of my life anymore. We were not meant to be, so now you can just do your army thing without worrying about me. Whatever you were looking for, I hope you find it. Love, Lisa. 4th of July. Independence Day? Where was I on the 4th of July? Oh, I was doing my army thing on the 4th of July.
Hey, don't write that.
No?
No.
Oh, you're probably right.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling. Her emails were different. I think I knew. I was hoping I was wrong. And I figured I had a 50-50 chance of her being there when I got back this time. But man, on the last day.
Yeah, that last day thing's pretty tough.
Yeah.
You know, on one of my deployments, we had a bulletin board in the platoon area. We called it the Wall of Shame.
Wall of Shame.
Yeah, it was just empty space there for a while. We had everybody that had a Dear John letter that came in, they would put it up there on the bulletin board along with a picture of their ex for everybody to see and everybody to read. Yeah, there was nothing there for the first 8 weeks or so, and then the first letter went up with a picture. It broke the ice, and about every 2 weeks after that, another letter and photo would go right up there on the wall.
Man, that's dark.
No, it was hilarious. There were some great letters up there. There were 48 of us in the platoon, and by the time we left, there were 13 letters and photos up there on the wall.
Any of yours?
No, not on that trip. No, we left it all there too for the next guys that were taking their place. We figured they would just keep it going.
I hear you.
Yeah.
My next deployment, wall of shame is going to be a thing.
Well, there you go. The idea is all yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, next deployment, huh?
Yeah. No reason not to now. I just wash my clothes, get back into the deployment loop.
Sergeant Duncan, I got a song for you.
Yeah, what's that? You got one more song before I go?
One more song before you go.
One more song to sum all this up?
No. It's going to take a lot of songs to sum all this up. I got one song for you for this little moment right here.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. Let's do this.
Time for me to go home.
And with that, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission, and I would encourage all of you to do the same. We'll catch you back here in 10 minutes.
2016. 10 years have passed since the 3rd Platoon left Condor 3. Sergeant Duncan is now just Jack Duncan. He deployed once more to Afghanistan this time and then left the Army when he returned home in 2010. In 2011, he married Lisa, and a year later they had a baby boy. Named him John Michael Duncan. John after Jack's father and Michael after Lisa's dad. They divorced in 2014, and baby John Michael lives with his mom. Jack owns a small home improvement company, employs 10 people, and has 4 work trucks. He's a volunteer fireman and still plays and sings at the Tuesday open mic night at his neighborhood tavern. He sees a little boy, John Michael, every other weekend. Staff Sergeant Antonio Frazier returned from Iraq, reclassified as a medic, and transferred to a medical unit in Germany, where he married an Army X-ray technician from Florida named Samantha. He had a couple of disciplinary issues and left the Army in 2012. Staff Sergeant Roberto Flores found a home in the Army and recently began a new duty assignment as a Battalion Command Sergeant Major. Contact between the 3 men has fallen off over the passing decade, and then a phone call.
Hey, Jack. How have you been?
I'm good, Bobby. Thanks. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
What's it been, a year or so?
Almost 2, yeah. I saw you in Charlotte at Sergeant Rollins' memorial service.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tim Rollins.
Yeah.
Grace doing okay, and your little girl?
Everyone's great. Little Marie's driving now.
No stress there, huh?
Don't you know?
Well, hey, I'm in town.
That's great. For how long?
I'm not sure, Bobby. I'm here because, well, you know Antonio Frazier's wife, Samantha?
Sure. I know Samantha. She's a great lady. I've been up to the house before, me and Grace, but I haven't seen them for quite a while. What's up?
Well, I got a call from Samantha yesterday. She was upset and crying. She said Antonio isn't doing so good, and she wanted me to know. She was reaching out, hoping I could do something.
Damn.
She said he's had issues since he got home. Drinking, tantrums, lots of anger. It's just gotten worse and worse.
Oh no.
Yeah. Apparently they're separated now, and they had a court thing yesterday. She saw him go into an alley near the courthouse afterward. She noticed that all the stuff is hidden behind a dumpster in there. She thinks he's out on the street and she's scared for him.
He's still here in the city.
Yeah, she told me where she thinks he is. I'm gonna find him tonight, and if you can, I'd like you to come with me.
Of course. Tell me where you are and when you want me to pick you up.
Thanks.
Come on, Frazier.
Samantha thinks he's been in a down spiral for a while now. He thinks he knows he needs help, but he's embarrassed.
Damn, Jack. It's been a couple years since I've seen Antonio. Where does the time go?
Well, he said little Marie's driving now.
Every chance she gets.
That's where the time goes.
I guess so.
Well, this is it. Alley by the courthouse steps on Franklin Avenue. Hey, man. Sergeant Frazier. Antonio Frazier. How are you?
Hey. Duncan! And Bobby Flores! Whoa! Sergeant Major Bobby!
Hey, Antonio. Jack told me we were due for a hangout there.
Hell yeah! It's been a minute. I heard from somewhere that you made Sergeant Major. That is awesome, man.
Somebody's got to do it.
This is crazy. What are you guys doing down here?
How about we walk down the street, grab a cup of coffee?
Oh, no. I've got a drink. Thanks. I'm fine right here. And don't get me wrong. It's good to see you guys, but what you guys doing down here? This ain't no accident.
Well, we came to see you, Antonio. Heard you had some bad luck and wanted to touch base and see what's up.
Looks like you've been down here for a little while.
Yeah. I've been hanging out here for a little while. I've been minding my own business for a little while, too.
Is that coffee in your cup?
Yeah. There's some coffee in there. What, you here to get up in my ass ball with a put in my cup?
No, man.
No, second fire, right?
Yeah.
We just came to talk, man. It's been too damn long. We came to have a conversation. That's all.
So, conversate. It has been a long time. So, what you guys been doing? You still a Boy Scout running into burning houses for free?
Yeah. I'm still a volunteer firefighter. You know me.
Yeah, I know. Audie Murphy. And look at you. A walking recruiting poster.
A lot more sitting than walking these days.
If anybody was going to be a sergeant major, I knew it was going to be you, Flores. So, how's the family?
We're doing well, Antonio. Everybody's fine. So, how'd you end up down here, man?
Yeah, well, I had court in there yesterday. You guys remember Samantha? We got married while I was out in Germany.
Yeah, I remember Sam. Grace and I have been over to your house a couple times.
Yeah, I remember Samantha. You remember when we got back from Landstuhl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those were the good days. Well, Samantha and I have been separated for about 8 months.
Yeah, she told me you were separated. I'm sorry, man.
What did she say? Wait, she told you that we were separated? When did you talk to Samantha?
She called me. She called. She was concerned about you.
Oh, I do not need my wife calling people about her problems. No. And I don't need you guys strolling down here all up in my business.
Antonio, sit down. It's okay.
No, I see what this is. She's dragging my friends into our mess, making me look like I'm a fool. You see what she did? Oh, you see how she drug y'all down
She's
here?
not dragging us into anything, man. We're down here because we want to be here.
I can smell the booze on you, buddy. It's not safe for you to be wandering the streets tonight. Please sit.
Now, you might be a sergeant major, Flores, but you are not my sergeant major. All right, this is between me and my wife now. It is good to see you guys, it really is. And I don't know what she told you, but I don't need your help, and I don't want your help.
Antonio.
No, we'll just have to catch up some other time, but right now, I don't need this. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go!
Jack, let him go. What, are you going to tackle him? He's having a bad. We're going to catch him in the morning when he's sober.
I could have gone better.
Yeah, it could have. But at least he knows we're here.
Leave behind a restless mind. I think the price, nothing's free. And I live with every thread. I Faithful delivery. Everywhere I look, I see shadows never can be. And I know never gonna be the same. Never gonna be the same. Everywhere I look, I see shadows stare back at me, and I know I'm never gonna be the same. Never gonna be the same.
I didn't expect him to be drunk.
No, I wasn't thinking about that at all.
Do you think he'd be happy to see us?
I hoped he would. He's got a lot going on, a lot of noise in his head. I know that noise.
Yeah, I do too. Man, the Antonio Frazier I know is a smart, happy guy. Funny and fearless and outgoing. Jack, if I didn't know we were meeting Antonio Frazier just now, I would have walked right past him on the sidewalk.
Yeah, me too.
There's programs out there for vets. PTSD counseling, like with the VA, non-profit groups. Maybe we should steer him that way.
Yeah, the tough part is getting him there. He's got to want to do it. We can't just drag him there kicking and screaming. We can't just hand him a business card and say, hey, call these people.
No, of course not. I've counseled plenty of soldiers with issues coming home. Man, Antonio's my buddy. We choked on the same dirt over there.
We need to make him aware. He needs to know what's going on inside his head. And he needs to know that he's not all alone. I don't think he does.
Yeah.
How'd you manage, Bobby?
Well, I had Grace and Marie, and I come from a big family. They're like a big cushion to me. And I stayed busy. I buried myself in the job. Stayed mission focused. I still have random memories of faces and places from the past, but put those away. How about you, Jack? How are you?
Well, I'm good now. I had a bad couple of years. I got married for the wrong reasons. I had a son who's awesome. I got divorced, became a part-time dad. I drank a lot. I got mad a lot.
What changed for you?
Well, about 4 years ago, I quit drinking. I woke up one morning. I was hungover. I felt like hell. I had to be at work in an hour. And I thought that was it. I was too old for this crap. So I quit drinking that morning, and things started to get better for me.
How often do you see your son?
Twice a month. I see him the first, third weekend of each month. She gets him at Christmas, and I get him at 4th of July.
What's so funny?
Nothing. Irony.
How old is your son?
He's 5. Yeah. Oh. He likes to wear my old patrol cap, bounce around the house with a little plastic clipboard like he's inspecting things.
What if he wants to enlist one day, follow in your footsteps?
I don't know. You know, I'd be proud of him for taking on something like that, but I'm not going to push him one way or the other. If one day John Michael decides to become a soldier, that'll be his journey.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
Where I go, none can follow. When I leave, all the love that I've ever known will be left behind. I will shadow with no peace of mind. highway of shadows, some souls are in the road. A reflection of myself, a better me than I ever was. The coldness of my soul is in your heart. You're alone, and none can follow. And when you leave, all the love that you've ever known will be left behind. On a highway of shadow, in search of peace of mind. On a highway of shadows, in search of peace of mind.
Brought this for you.
Thanks. I thought you guys might come back. Huh.
It's hot, by the way. How you feeling this morning?
Tired?
Hey, bad last night, man. I mean to show up out of nowhere and drop on your head like a piano. I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, Antonio. We're just concerned, man.
I know. Jack Duncan and Bobby Flores. You guys just dropped back into my life.
What's going on, Antonio? What's up?
I don't know. I've been staying at this little boarding house over near the Cloverleaf. It's not a little house, it's a big house. The guys just divided it up into rooms, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, they can't go back. The landlord evicted me because I was behind. Now, I didn't know that I was behind. I have trouble keeping up with the days sometimes.
Just all your stuff?
Yeah. I got some stuff in storage too, but I can't stay there. I haven't had a steady job in months.
What's up?
Samantha thought I was drinking too much. But it wasn't a thing, you know. Like, I was working and I was paying the bills. She could have stayed home if she wanted to. She didn't need to have a job. I was taking care of things. Now, I partied a little when I got home from work. And when the fellas get together, you know, everybody lets off some steam.
Yeah, man, I know.
It was a Friday night, and I had a couple of brews on the way home. She smelled it on me as soon as I walked through the door, and she went off, giving me hell about drinking and driving and jeopardizing our future with a DUI. I was fine. I was okay to drive. I drove like that all the time. And we got in a big fight, and I just took off for the weekend. All the arguing and the yelling, I just had to get away from it for a little while.
Where'd you go?
I went to my brother's house. We just hung out, and talked, and played some Xbox. Oh, and he had a bottle of tequila. And we drank all that up, and we solved all the world's problems. I came back home that Sunday night, and Sam had the locks changed. My key wouldn't fit. And I was all messed up about it, and then I made a big scene, and she called the cops. It got ugly.
Damn.
I was in jail for 2 weeks. I didn't have a job to go back to after that. They fired me while I was sitting in county and hired somebody else. And the cops, they impounded my car. That night, I couldn't even afford to get it out of the tow yard because after 2 weeks in jail, it was almost $2,000. It was ridiculous. It's still there, I think.
That's tough, Enzo.
Yeah, I have been going around and around like this for weeks. And I'm almost out of money. And then I'll lose my storage space and then everything will be gone. Except for this. This will be it.
Well, what can we do?
What can you do? I don't know what you can do. Can you give me my job back? All right, can you tell my wife to love me again? I'm sorry. I don't know what you can do. I love my wife. I just want things to go back to the way they were.
How is Sam? Is she okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's fine. I used to walk by the house all the time, just to see, you know, just to make sure that she was okay. I haven't been out that way lately. I don't know how everything ended up like this. And I don't know what to do next.
Well, we've been through a lot together, the three of us. And between the three of us, we're going to figure something out. But let's have that conversation, okay?
Shoot up, spit out, and hope stomp on the sidewalk like a stain, dripping wet and laughing at the rain. So
saw battle corpses, myriads of them, and the white skeletons of young men. I saw them. I saw the debris and the debris of all the slain soldiers of the war. But I saw they were not as was thought. They themselves were fully at rest, and they suffered not. The living remained and suffered, the mother suffered, and the wife and the child, and the musing comrade suffered, and the armies that remained suffered. Walt Whitman wrote that. In 1862, his brother George was wounded in battle, and Walt Whitman traveled to Fredericksburg, Virginia, to visit him in a field hospital, where he saw the horrors of the Civil War up close for the first time. To him, it seemed that everything ended for the soldier when his breathing stopped and his eyes closed eternally. But for the survivors, the family, the friends, the comrades who lived on, there was grief and mourning, the sorrow of loss, the rebuilding of lives, the paradox of survival.
When we got caught on that convoy mission near Balad and got stuck in Anaconda for 3 days.
A long layover in Anaconda, yeah, I remember.
Oh no, I was back at Condor when that happened. I remember all the groups were black, nothing moved down around you guys for 3 days.
And then when we were coming back to Condor 3 on the 4th day, after the roads were reported clear, we got hit.
Yeah, I remember the radio traffic. Coleman, Finney, and Torres all got medevac.
We were in the middle of nowhere, and I will never forget waiting for the Black Hawks to get there, holding their spoon down on that red smoke grenade, just waiting for the sound of the birds. Doc scrambling, trying to keep Coleman alive.
Yeah, I remember running down to LZ with Hamilton when the medevac came in. The lieutenant was out with you guys that day.
Oh, he was in a Humvee right behind them. They rung his bell too.
Mm-hmm. It was a tough day. I remember when y'all finally came in the wire.
And you told us Coleman was dead.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we had to go back to Camp Victory and put that bulletproof glass on our gun turrets?
Oh yeah, all those Humvee windshield panels. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, my vehicle was in the bay, getting the glass put on, and the building, the whole compound was made out of these cargo containers. Do you remember? These big trailers stacked 3 stories high.
Yeah, all painted red. I remember that.
Well, I climbed up to the roof just to take a look. Now, I was all alone up there, nobody around, and I was on top of everything, looking over the whole base. I could see past the walls and out to the countryside in 3 directions. It was sunset, and the sun had just started to dip into the horizon. It looked like this huge eruption of fire and light was reaching across the desert from the sun to where I sat. I could feel it. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. All I could do was just look at it and let it wash all over me. And for that moment, there was no war anywhere. I was at peace, relaxed. And then my gun truck was ready. So I said good night to the sunset, and I climbed back down to the dirt.
Yeah, I learned to appreciate the peaceful moments where I found them.
Me too. You never knew when you were gonna get another one.
I learned that when the balloon goes up and the rounds start flying, there are 2 types of people in this world. Those that run to the sound of the gun and those that run the other way. Fight or flight.
There's that other F. Don't forget about freeze.
That's right. Fight, flight, or freeze. The 3 F's. Man figured out which one he was pretty quick.
That's the truth.
Man, I really knew my purpose over there. There was only 2 things I needed to worry about. Don't let my soldiers down because I'd rather die, and don't die because it will break my mother's heart.
You accomplished both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything was important over there. It may not have mattered back in the world, but it mattered then and there.
We had each other. We looked out for each other.
We couldn't get away from each other. It's good talking to you guys. I haven't really felt at home since I've been home. Everything is different.
Well, we've known each other for a long time now, Tony. We've been through a lot together.
Yeah, I have people who have known me forever, and who love me and try to connect with me again, and I push them away. I push a lot of people away.
Why? Why do you think you do that?
It's like I sabotage myself, man. I drink a lot, and I get drunk a lot. And I know I should clean up and just straighten out, but that first beer today leads to a 6-pack. And then that leads to a pint of something, and then I really don't give a damn anymore. And that has been a lot of my days, especially these past few months.
Yeah. My first few years out of the Army were tough. Spent a lot of money on booze and bar tabs. If I wasn't drunk, I was hungover. If I wasn't hungover, I was asleep.
Yeah, that's my life.
And I was still paying all my bills. Man, I never late for work. I was just going through the motions, you know.
Yeah.
From the outside, it all looked okay. Does that sound familiar?
All of it.
Man, inside, I was beating myself up.
Why? Why were you beating yourself up?
It's hard to say. I think deep down, I felt guilty for making it home when so many of my friends didn't. Yeah, I felt unworthy, maybe. You know, I knew so many guys with good hearts and young families, big futures who got blown apart over there, messed up forever. And I made it through and I was okay. And I was happy about that, and it just didn't feel right.
I call that survivor's guilt, and it's real. I felt it myself.
Yeah. That bothers me sometimes. Like, you know, when I think about it, I mean, I didn't get a scratch. I mean, I can't hear nothing, but everything else still works. I got my arms, my legs, my fingers and toes. And now that I'm back in the world, it's like nothing happened. Everybody's so caught up in their TV shows and their tiny little bubbles. But Coleman and Rollins, they're gone, man. You guys knew Tim Rollins.
Oh yeah, I knew Tim.
Tim had been home for years. And he had a wife, 2 little girls. And one day, he walks into the woods, he sits down on a rock, and he puts a pistol in his mouth. And he's gone. And Coleman, Ricky Coleman, we were there, man. Doc did everything that he could, but it didn't matter. And I was in Afghan with Ricky. That was our second deployment together. He was one of the toughest men I have ever known. We were friends. He had 2 little boys. All right, they're teenagers now. And he was a good dad. He should have watched those boys grow up. They deserve to have their dad.
You're right, they did. It's not fair.
Well, yeah, but nothing is fair, right? Isn't that what they say?
It's a lot to make sense of.
But then how am I supposed to make sense of it? Am I supposed to just pick myself up from the bootstraps and just suck it up? Do I go to AA meetings and drink black coffee with strangers? Oh, or do I go to the VA and spill my guts out to some counselor who doesn't know me from anybody?
Well, we all got to figure it out, Antonio. Me, Bobby, and you too.
Yeah, I know. I want to give her a call. We didn't talk to each other in court. I wanted to, but I didn't. Should I give her a call?
I don't know, man. What were you in court for? Is there a restraining order or something?
Whoa, no, man. Nothing like that. I mean, we can be near each other and we can talk. I just don't know what to say.
Well, how about this? Before you call her, 3 of us go have a real breakfast somewhere, and we'll talk some more first.
That sounds like a great idea.
So we're gonna have breakfast, and then you 2 are gonna change my whole world, huh?
No, just breakfast.
How about we go to my house? I'll make a pot of coffee and I'll get some pancakes and sausages going.
Mm-hmm.
Grace would love to see the 2 of
I
you.
know y'all think y'all looking out for me.
Of course we are. We're battle buddies. What we do. You look out for me, I look out for him. It's the way it's always been, and we're all still here.
Battle buddies, Sergeant Frazier. It's a different battle, same buddies.
Everybody goes home.
And everybody goes home.
Oh,
You try to like these days, Antonio.
So, you're making pancakes. You got real maple syrup?
Yeah, I have real maple syrup. Who eats pancakes without real maple syrup?
show. Thank you all for coming tonight. You'll have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Two-thirds or one-third. Right, exactly. That's the math. Yeah, I agree.